Hey, what's going on, tribe? Yeah, this is gonna be a little chill and chat. I don't know why. I'm just gonna come up with what's on my mind just to share with you guys, to see where you guys are at as well, and just random topics, just whatever comes to mind. But I'm just quickly the setting up the mood. Some frankincense and some charcoal and some what's it called? Bakor. That's it. It's called bakor. It's that Arabic stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to set the mood before the little chill and chat. Did you? You guys probably don't understand how good this smells. But yeah, I've got the little bakor thing. My friend was telling me about the bakor and the little incense burner thing. So I thought, oh yeah, let me get one, man, because I love incense and stuff that burn and stuff. But it's pretty cool. Little incense, but no, it's a charcoal burner. So that's my first charcoal burner. Um, yeah, don't know. For some reason, I've just kind of come alive at the evening. Today, I've just been drained all day. I don't know if it was to do with the Schumann resonance, because I know of recently the Schumann resonance has been kind of off the chain or whatever, man. So when there's like a spike in that or whatever, I actually really feel it. Or I don't know. Yeah, I just feel the Schumann resonance, the moon and stuff. Yeah, when they're kind of full on, I feel it, man. Don't know. I can feel really drained or really energized, or when it comes to nighttime, I'm really energized, and then during the day, I'm just completely drained, man. So I don't know what is happening energy wise. Because I know things are happening on. We're shifting. Things are shifting. Um, on the energetic level, and things are going to be things are shifting on the energetic level, and we're going to be affected mentally, emotionally and physically by the energy shifts that's going on, because the energy is shifting around the planet. But I don't know, man, it's hard to explain. And it's the unknown as well. Because yeah, we're having all these shifts and changes, but no one actually knows what's taking place, if that makes sense. Like for instance, like there's gonna be some form of event that happens in the external world. If you're on your inner journey, and you're conscious at this time, being awake at this time is very important for some reason. I don't know what it is. You're gonna hear from different spiritual teachers and different sources out there about spirituality, about how important it is, being awake at this time, which is very interesting. It's like, yeah, I feel it's like we're the way showers. We're kind of here to kind of guide the masses or help the masses awaken and stuff. Because 2020 was quite a big year. Yeah, it was very big. And it's like, yeah, kind of when like I've been conscious. I don't like the word awake. Yeah, I'm awake. Like, yeah, it's awake, conscious, just seeing the world as it is. I don't know. Yeah, more conscious and more conscious, aware, like of what's going on. Should I say so? I'm gonna go with more conscious. I might say awake now and again, but I don't know. It sounds like more hippie. Like, I don't know, not hippie. Like, people think spirituality is like a trend. Like, oh yeah, I'm spiritual. I wear crystals, but they don't understand like what is taking place. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. There's different levels of consciousness, so you can be awake, but be at a different stage. Or yeah, it's just really weird because there's different. There's like categories and then subcategories of when you're awakened and stuff. So it's really weird. or having a dark night of the soul. Everyone has different stages and different levels, and everyone experiences totally different. Um, but yeah, when you're being conscious around 2020 is was really important for some reason. It's like from what I can envision, it's like we was like the first kind of wave of like the first wave to kind of see the world. Like a lot of us can see the world as it is. The earlier you woke up, some people have been awake since the 90s or whatever. But we're getting more and more people waking up of recently. But I know 2020 was it's like the first wave of the consciousness, like the whole ascension or awakening. Yeah, it is a great awakening, should I say? Um, but yeah, around that time we was like the first wave to come through, and I think we've got a few more waves of people to become more conscious because more people are waking up at a very rapid pace. Um, but it seems slow. Everything it's time and everything's just kind of weird. It's like things are happening fast but slow, if that makes sense. Like it might not make sense. It makes sense to me anyway. So externally, like for me, it's like, oh yeah, like people should be awake now. We should be like doing our thing. Like yeah, the world should be totally different from the way it is, the way I see the world. Like certain things just don't make sense to me no more, even more than they did before. So it's like, yeah, that don't make sense to me then. But now it's like, now the world I just don't resonate with it. Just seeing stuff and then things are just not resonating, and it's just like certain things don't need to be the way they are. Like who's no one owns the earth, yeah? No one was put here to say this invisible line is gonna separate you lot from our slot. So just because there's this line here, you're Greek and I'm Cypriot. What? That don't make no sense. Or there's one line, you lot are American and you lot are South American and you lot are Latino. But who put the invisible line here? Yeah, and why? Yeah, so yeah, when you become conscious, you start seeing stuff totally different. But being awake at in 2020 and around this time is very important for some strange reason. I don't know why, because we're like the way showers, and we're kind of in a way setting the foundations for what's to come. We're ushering in the new. The new is coming, is what I feel, but my ego is kind of fearing the unknown, not knowing how things are going to play out, right? This is how I'm envisioning it and how I'm experiencing it. So my soul knows what's going on. I felt what's to come, but my ego is still in doubt and not trusting that it's coming, should I say. It's really weird. And I'm trying to share with you my experience. So yeah, it's really weird. The kind of healing, it's like, what's the word? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of in this like period of, it's like a waiting period or hermit mode or cocoon or no, I don't know, man. It's just like you're you're waiting for your plane to come. You're getting waited to call on the plane, should I say? I don't know if that's to do with, I don't know, the ascension energies. We're shifting over to somewhere, or something's going to happen and then we're going to somewhere else, or things are going to shift dramatically internally because yeah, with the poles shifting and stuff, that could happen overnight or whatever. Things can change dramatically. Things are manifesting instantaneously for me. So time is becoming less real, and it's like everything is occurring in the now for me. It's really weird. And I'm actually being quite present. I don't know, sometimes this, I don't know, it's not, I don't know if it's brain fog or whatever, like what's going on outside and shit, that them spraying us to shit and that, like we're insects and that madness. But yeah, this brain fog, it's like when I'm speaking it comes out, and once it's gone to a certain degree. Sometimes like a recap, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, I don't know, it's like amnesia and shit, which is frustrating, and I've I don't know, the body is going through. I think, yeah, the body's going through some shift. It feels like kind of I'm disassociating again. I don't know. I've disassociated a lot during my journey. Like I'll be physically here, but not attached to the body. So I'm like viewing myself from a third person perspective, should I say? And it's kind of happening again in a way, but I'm not as, I don't know. It's weird. Like yeah, I'm kind of watching myself, kind of watching things unfold and that, and then trying to not emotionally get attached to things because things are there to help you grow and experiences and stuff, but getting attached to the situation causes more suffering. Yeah, so you've got to learn the lesson and not get too attached to it, because yeah, it's just an experience, good or bad. It's an experience at the end of the day, but when you're going through the experience, it's testing, should we say. So yeah, it's a bit mad. Yeah, the body's going through just shifts and changes, and it's just, I don't know what is going on. Sorry, I'm just putting some more frankincense down. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. What else is going on? Yeah, sleeping is just a myth. Like when I get to sleep, it feels like I'm doing so much work in the astral realm, and then coming back, and then I'm just exhausted in the physical realm, should we say. Because I know that I just know there's gonna be some event that's gonna happen, and I don't know what's going to happen. Because there's a few theories. The Flash is one of them. The Great Solar Flash or whatever, or the planet Nibiru coming back into orbit. And there's a few other theories, but I don't know. No one actually knows. Even psychics don't know, because any choice that you make will change the outcome of that path that you was on, if that makes sense. So if you're going down a certain road and you made a different choice, you will change the timeline that you was on, right? So no one actually knows what's going to happen in this event. Like we're all healing and becoming, we're all healing and doing the inner work to get to this event, but no one knows what's happening once we get to this event. Yeah, because what's going on? It's like the conscious people now. This is what I'm kind of being told. The conscious people now are like consciousness becoming aware that it's consciousness, and it's not separate from, nothing is separate, it is all one, should I say. Yeah, this sounded a bit mad. So we're at this time, we're feeling like separate. So we're going through this period of isolation, feeling separated from other people, other beings, just feeling separate in general, because this is the furthest part on the spectrum. And when this shift happens, it's kind of bounce back. So instead of feeling so separated from people, you're going to feel more connected, if that makes sense. Because one's got to feel like the total opposite. The Earth is like coming down to experience the total opposite of what we've experienced. Coming from source, we have like a fragment of source, and we know what that feels like: love, unity, joy. That just, we know what it feels like. So we're trying to, the whole life experience is trying to work our way back to that, to become whole once again. Yeah. This is so much to take in. bear that, try keep up. If you can't, it will resonate with who it's meant to resonate, and the message will be received by who it's meant to be received by. But yeah, sometimes taking it in, it's a lot for the mind to actually process. Because yeah, we are consciousness. We becoming more aware. You know, in the Bible when it says we are expressions of God, we are expressions of God. We are the universe experiencing itself, and now we are becoming more conscious of we are the universe experiencing itself, and more of us are becoming aware of this, and we're trying to seek each other out more to become more whole, should we say? Yeah. So this is where that kind of like the whole twin flame kind of thing comes from, because it's two, you're one soul but you're separated into two to cover more ground, to learn more. But once you heal in your what you're working with in yourself, that's when you come back into union or come back to the soul. But that's still one part of the collective, if that makes sense. It's so weird. I don't even know where that's coming from, and yeah, I don't know, some of this information I don't know where it's coming from. So just yeah, just take it with the insanity of what's going on, like down on planet Earth. Like even being in this human, functioning a human vessel is very difficult. Communication is like, the English language is so it's difficult. Like where I'm from, like we communicate with telepathy, right? Like boom. But humans got a lot to hide. So that's why they ain't developed telepathy. Because I've been feeling telepathy come online a little bit. Like I was thinking of my friend the other day. I was like, I ain't spoke to him like in ages, and then he DM'd me on Instagram and that. So I was like, like yeah. So yes, like the telepathic communication is coming more online. So the more, as people think being psychic and having gifts, everyone's got gifts. You're born with gifts. It's just the more healing and more in touch with yourself you get, the more they come online. So like telepathy and stuff. Depends how open you are. Are you open to receive? Are you open to express and be vulnerable and stuff? Because yeah, sometimes being highly sensitive is yes, what's the word? It's tough at times, because I feel emotions. I can absorb other people's emotions and like take on their emotions and stuff, and but I feel them and mine intensely. Yeah. So some emotions are very overwhelming when you're from like if you're from like the higher realms. I don't know. I'm an indigo, so my energy is from like high up and shit. But when you come down, like you you lower your vibration and come down in consciousness, but you know what the higher ones feel like. So dealing when you got tough emotions come up, they're overwhelming, like grief, sorrow, anger. They're all very heavy emotions, and feeling them is like overwhelming at times. It's like, yeah, I'll just kind of shut down because the stuff will come up and it's like an overload. I don't know if it's just the sensitivity or whatever, but it's just like overload. So it's like, yeah, you got to shut down and stuff. But then the more I've been on my journey, it's like, yeah, learning to meditate. Like people think meditating, like you got to be in a mountain somewhere. It's just about allowing and not getting attached to your thoughts and focusing on your breath. Yeah, you can do it for a minute, like just centering yourself and just taking a few deep breaths. Breath work, meditating. Yeah, it helps you heal. And writing what you're going through as well is also healing. So yeah, they're the things that's kind of made me not awaken more. They're just a few of my practices. To help me understand me more, because that's my journey, just to understand me more, should I say. My life paths are number 7, and it kind of, yeah, I resonate with it, man. Like with the spiritualist, and I am a seeker. I have to know and I have to find out, and I will experience. I'll experience stuff just to find out and know what it is like to experience whatever it is. And I'm always diving deep. Like, I need to know if we're having deep conversations, I can go deep. Like, yeah, I can go deep. I don't like surface level stuff. Let's just go. Let's see where the conversation ends. Let's see how once you dive down the rabbit hole. Let's see how far we go in it. Like, yeah, I can just jump from topic to topic and stuff. I can't be dealing with none of that mundane shit anymore. Like, just basic stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, you seen the football, or yeah, the weather, or like, dude, like do you know, like some stuff that's actually going on, people are not ready for, and yeah, and when stuff's more coming to light, so more and more things are just gonna get brought to the forefront, and some people are choosing not to see what's going on. Some things are just becoming so obvious, and it's like you are just okay with that. Um, yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, being sensitive, you can feel like what's going on is like, if things are shifting, and look, you lot can't feel that. You can't feel that. You're not aware of that the shift that's coming, because we're building up to something, and it's gonna change. Things are gonna change. So I think this is why we're seeing all this kind of crap. This Everything seeming desperate. We've got to have this done by 2021. We're kind of shutting down the roads. We're cracking down on this and that. More CCTV, and it's like, where are you trying to go with that? Like, because it's things will shift. Things will shift, but they got to get more chaotic before they shift, because we're not there yet. Jesus, like, how much of the population is conscious at this time? Like, we need at least a third. Yeah, we need at least a third. Yeah, but it's happening. People are waking up more and more and more, like daily and shit. And so it's going to be interesting to see where we end up and how things go. But the healing journey isn't for the faint-hearted. It really isn't. I can see why that I chose to experience my life was good. My life has always been an experience. Yeah, it's always been me experiencing and facing my fear and doing what I want to do and living the life I want to live. It's always been that way. Where was I going with that? Oh, it's bloody gone. But yeah, just to experience. Yeah, just to experience, man. Yeah. Life is to be experienced. But yeah, the healing journey, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted, man. Yeah, it's tough at times. It's tough at times. Yeah, it's very interesting though. Very interesting to see how far where you was to where you are now. Like, imagine yourself 10 years ago. Do you think you would have been where you are now, or how you are now, and stuff like that? It's like, good God, look at the Matrix. Yeah, it's interesting to just see your growth